What if I told you there's a cat? A cat so mysterious that every patient facing their final moments demanded its presence. Was it a supernatural guardian, or just a coincidence? And when whispers of fear spread through the hospital, some even asked, should this cat be removed? Or worse, killed? But what really happened to Oscar? Is this just superstition? Or is there something far more unbelievable? This is a true story you won't forget. Let's dive in. It was a quiet morning on March 6th, 2005, at the Steer House Nursing and Rehabilitation Center in Rhode Island. The sun cast its soft golden rays through the windows, warming the wooden floors of the hospice wing. It was here that Oscar, a small gray and white cat, began his journey. A journey that would defy science, touch hearts. It started with a single visit. April 12th, 2005, room 204. An elderly woman, frail and fading, lay silently in her bed. Nurses bustled in and out, but Oscar sat by her side. He didn't move. He didn't blink. He stayed there, curled up, purring softly as if whispering comfort to her soul. Hours later, the room fell silent. She was gone, and Oscar had been there until the very end. It was then that the staff began to take notice. As days turned to weeks, and weeks turned to months, Oscar's behavior became more than a coincidence. June 15th, 2005. The staff started keeping a journal. One entry after another, Oscar's presence marked the final hours of a resident's life. Some called it a gift. Others whispered of an omen. But what no one could deny was the comfort Oscar brought. A calmness in the face of the unknown. As whispers of his gift spread, families began to request Oscar's presence. A small guardian to guide their loved ones to peace. It wasn't easy for everyone to accept. October 1st, 2005. The nursing staff gathered in the lounge. Whispers filled the air. Was Oscar predicting death? Was he a sign of farewell? Or was he simply offering comfort when no one else could? Nurse Sarah, with tears in her eyes, defended him. He's not here to scare us, she said. He's here to remind us that no one has to leave this world alone. And with those words, the fear began to fade. What once felt like superstition became a source of comfort and hope. December 20th, 2005. Oscar walked into room 118. The patient was Mr. Johnson, a retired teacher who had no family left to visit him. Oscar curled up at his feet, purring softly. Mr. Johnson smiled for the first time in weeks and whispered, "Thank you, little friend." That night, as snow fell quietly outside, Mr. Johnson took his final breath, with Oscar still by his side. The nurses wept, not out of fear, but out of gratitude for the peace this small cat had brought. Oscar, it seemed, was not just a cat. He was a guardian of souls. By March 1st, 2007, Oscar had comforted more than 50 patients in their final moments. He became a symbol of compassion, earning the respect of doctors, nurses, and families alike. A plaque was placed in the garden, honoring his service. Oscar, a guardian of souls. His story spread across the world, inspiring books, documentaries, and countless hearts. Even now, visitors come to Steer House to hear Oscar's story, a story of comfort, mystery, and love. Oscar's story reminds us of the unseen connections that bind us all, the invisible threads of empathy, love, and comfort. In a world full of uncertainties, perhaps Oscar was never predicting death. Perhaps he was simply showing us how to live, with kindness, with presence, and with unwavering care. And maybe, just maybe, his purrs were the sound of peace whispering goodbye.